Good day, everyone. Doing this video, hope one of many, inspired to basically share with you the journey of going somewhere, of developing, as a professional, as a person. And I want to share with you today, for me, what is the most important lesson in sales, in marketing, in anything you do, training, whatever your profession is. And that lesson comes from many things in life, but I would highly recommend, that I'm going to share with you in that vein, a book called Getting Naked by a guy by the name of Patrick Lencioni. Now, the book is called Getting Naked, so be very, very careful. This is my tip to you, that if you search for this book on Google, make sure that you're not sitting next to one of your loved ones or a kid, because the results you're going to get are very interesting, and none of these results are going to be the actual book. Most of them are going to be about getting naked. So, Patrick Lencioni, and the book is about being a consultant, but it's basically about how to run your business in the 21st century in our environment, basing it on the most important quality that every salesperson and every person actually can possess, which is honesty. And not being afraid of losing the business, telling the client what they need to hear, not what they want to hear, and establishing long-term relationships that eventually benefit all sides. But many of us are trying to look for the shortcuts, and we've all been in these places where you think that honesty might not be the best policy to close a sale or to get a client or to make a client happy, and that is just absolutely not true. Why am I sharing you this with you? Because I want to share with you personally, from my own standpoint, that in a week from today, I'm going to be in a very, very nervous, exciting place, but it's a huge challenge. I'm going to be training for RE/MAX Portugal for a couple of days. I'm not going to be, the main event or anything. Tom Ferry is there. He's obviously the highlight of this event is Tom Ferry. But I am going to be training for the brokers, and a day later for the agents of RE/MAX Portugal. Now, for those of you who don't know, RE/MAX Portugal is the #1 region of RE/MAX in Europe, with like 5,000 agents and 30,000, 40,000 listings, and they dominate the top 10 lists of Europe, and I'm in awe of the situation. Now, as a professional, many times we feel like we need to save face, to put on a facade of, hey, I'm cool, I got this made, it's nothing for me, because even if I don't feel the same, because I need the client or the customer to see me as someone who's projecting a lot of confidence, self-assurance. But I think that honestly I can share with you, it is a huge challenge, because it's going to a region that's training other regions. We in Israel, we've had, just over the last year, we had, the recruiter from RE/MAX Vantegem in Lisbon, and we had Pedro from RE/MAX Latina, and our brokers went to Vienna to learn from guys like Nuno Ricardo from the Expo Group and Joanna Cortan from RE/MAX Pro. It's like all these guys from Portugal, they're the trainers everywhere. And, to be called to train them, put aside the fact that it's an honor and everything, exciting, blah, 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 that's cool. Oh, more lighting. Oh, too much lighting. Bye-bye. So, the only way I know how to handle these situations is just work really hard and make sure that your presentation, your stuff, your content is the best that you can possibly do. And I don't think I can discover the universe for anyone, by the way, not just from Portugal. Sales are sales, and many of the things have been said and will be said again. It's just using the right metaphors, the right examples, sharing the right kind of knowledge in the right environment, and stating it in the right way, which means a lot of practice. And I had a great time the last couple of weeks working on the presentations for Portugal, reorganizing everything. It's such a great opportunity, because again, the journey is as important as the final destination. It's working on it, it's fine-tuning, it's understanding that you need a new metaphor here and a new analogy there, just to work on your craft and be as best as you can possibly be. And that's the only thing you can control. And that's the greatest lesson, I think, as you look at honesty and as using the truth as your best pitch. By the way, and it's going to be a spoiler right now, my plan is also to share this situation with my prospective audience a week or 8 days from today, and share with them the process, the thoughts, the deliberations, the dilemmas, what kind of content to use, how to use it. And I don't think that it's right or wise to project an image and like to try to look invincible, and I'm like, I'm unbreakable, I've got this made. Part of it is getting people to join you on this journey, and think of it as in your life as a salesperson. I want to look good in front of my customer, for sure, but looking good in front of my customer is not putting up a facade of being good. It's actually working very hard before you get there, because 99% of the job is done before you even step foot in front of your customer, whether it's a listing presentation or it doesn't really matter what your business is. It's what you did before. It's a 99% of preparation that makes the situation itself successful. And part of the success is that you don't need to cover up for a lack of confidence by being overconfident, which no one really buys, because they all know you're shaking inside. So what you need to do is to be over-prepared, and then all you need to do is just let it flow, be real. And it's the same with this video. I don't know if anyone is going to watch this thing, and are they going to survive the entire, what is it now, like 6 minutes? We learned that in the 21st century, people don't have attention span of more than 1 minute at best. So my hope is that maybe there's a message here. Who knows? Maybe it's just a man rumbling on as he's driving to work. Who the hell knows? Maybe by now I'm talking to myself. Maybe when I started, I was already talking to myself. So who cares? Just put the message out there, and hopefully it resonates with someone. And that's going to be my plan right from now on. I'm going to use this time driving back and forth from work to communicate. And tomorrow I'm going to talk to you where I got this inspiration for. I'm just going to leave you with one last message. If you're thinking about creating content, document, don't create. Now that's not an original line. I'm going to share with you tomorrow where I got this inspiration from, a brilliant person I've been listening to a lot lately. But let's stick with the message for a second. If you want to get content out there, don't think every time you need to just wow people with the amazing originality and creativity of your content, because you will be producing not a lot, quite frankly. But if you're documenting what you're doing, if you're looking at the journey itself and the preparation and what you do behind the scenes and your daily routine as something that may benefit other people to get a glimpse into, and I think you got something going on. So for today, I'm just saying, Patrick Lencioni, Getting Naked. Read that book, download it to your Kindle, and you can finish it probably in one day, and it will change something in the way you operate. Thanks.